Hey, it's Vanessa, and welcome to New Earth Collab Part 2. In Part 1, I shared a bit with you about my personal process around discovering just how much I was standing in my own way around something I said that I wanted. It was more of a universal kind of story that I thought you might be able to relate to. Now, as someone who is, I'd say, really passionate about the paradigm shift, passionate about my purpose, intentionally taking steps forward around that, I was pretty surprised when I discovered all these different tricky little ways that I was sabotaging my progress. And so I shared that story with you last week and how that related to New Earth Collab, which is a community and a vision and a project that I've been sitting on for the past couple of years. And so in this video, I wanted to go into more detail around what New Earth Collab actually is, because after I made that video, I realized that I needed to share more with you around what it is that I am creating, have created, how you're a part of that, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to be doing some screen sharing in this video. It's going to be a little bit differently laid out than my other videos where I'm just basically chatting with you and sharing my thoughts around the paradigm shift, but actually telling you about the New Earth Collab community, because if you're an outsider looking in, you might just think, cool, she created a group. Like there's lots of people out in the space right now that are creating different kinds of communities. And I think that's really cool and also representative of, a larger movement and desire that we have to get connected with each other and to really work together to create the kinds of shifts that we want to see in the world. But I wanted to give you a little bit more detail around what my vision is and how my vision is actualized, like what it actually looks like. So hold for a minute while I share my screen. Let's see. Hopefully this will do it. Let me switch tabs. Okay, so if you have not gone to newearthcollab.com, this is the actual website. I just wanted to, show it to you. You can see it here. There it is in all its glory. And it says aligned action together, grow your business and shift the paradigm. Yes. So what New Earth Collab actually is, it's a referral hub and a collaboration community for transformational businesses that are here to shift the paradigm and build the new earth. Right. And so it's not simply a place where you go in and you're just chatting to people about whatever. It's specifically for transformational businesses that have a new paradigm purpose. They're here to shift, what they see isn't working and create something new that is, a better expression of that. And what my belief and knowing and just intuitive knowing is that we do this together. And so I really wanted to and felt called to create a community that was really based on collaboration, not just talking about what you're doing, but actually doing the work together. And I have drawn a lot of and am myself a bit of a lone wolf, like a bit of a focused, like in my little cave doing all the work around my transformational business. And I think there's an important component of doing that. And I tend to draw a lot of people that also operate in that mode, but they've all been, sharing with me over the years. And I have felt myself like this need to really come together and create together to accelerate the momentum in our businesses, to collaborate and find new ways to collaborate. And it's not just a collaboration community, it's also a referral hub. And so what that means is basically, have you ever gone somewhere and you've just really loved it, or you went to a practitioner and you love what they do and you just automatically, organically start referring them? Well, New Earth Collab is set up in a way to help you develop your referral muscles, right? Like get you really familiar and comfortable, and so it feels natural, because that's really to me, the heart of, building anything together is getting people connected with each other, and then doing it in a way where we're really not just celebrating our strengths, but we're using our connections to say, hey, I know this person over here, and I have a tendency just naturally for me to connect people. Like, people always come into my world and I immediately know 5 other people that they need to connect with. It's just sort of you get into my energy field and that just kind of organically happens. And so this is based very much on, my personal belief, my intuitive vision, my kind of community that I want to be experiencing, the kind of community that I've heard a lot of people talking about they want to be experiencing, and then really using the power of, activating our voices and referring each other in a easy, cheesy kind of way, right? Like, just really authentically supporting each other's businesses, transformational businesses to bloom. So anyway, if you go to newearthcollab.com, it will, tell you all about it, but I'll just briefly click through this. So our kind of baseline foundation is that your transformational business is a portal for change. And so when we do this change, this aligned action together, that change, that paradigm shift, and that building of the new earth happens with an accelerated momentum. And I know I love that. And I've talked to enough people that would love that as well. So this talks a little bit more about, the referral hub, the collaboration community, and the big vision of where New Earth is headed, and the pieces that are in development that will continue to bloom and that you get to be a part of should you choose to join. It's a resource and referral network. This is this little graphic right here. We're going to be developing a space where you can crowdfund your vision. There's trades, co-working and community, partnership program, media and publishing opportunities. So this really is an encompassing of many of the pieces that I've been looking to bring forward in the world. And I'm super excited that it's going to come through New Earth Collab and that we get to do this together. So the rest of the about page is just talking about my story and, how the vision started. It's just a very short, there's actually in the group, it's a lot longer because I have a background with creating communities and had created one, I'll just share briefly, some years back that grew to 2,700 members locally. So this was, New Earth Collab is an online platform for membership platform, but this one was both an online and an in-person, and I see that developing with New Earth Collab down the line. But it was 2,700 members locally, and it was based on moms. It was called Mamas Helping Mamas, and it was based on moms helping each other through acts of service. So there's more about that in the story, and I'm happy to share that experience and probably will soon in another video. But for the purpose of now, I just wanted to show you a bit more about New Earth Collab and let you know that community creation and connecting is just, it's a passion of mine, and it's genuine and authentic. And when I say I'm excited, I actually legitimately am excited. So welcome to my little joy excitement party here. So that tells you a little bit about that. And then how it works is kind of a breakdown, and I think I'll probably add a little bit more bells and whistles to the website as we continue on, but there's a whole list here of the benefits of joining. And I'll show you in just a minute, because I'm going to go into the community itself and show you kind of like what it looks like and the layout and whatnot. But obviously that's a pretty long list, and just gives you more details about how it works. But you do need to have a transformational business. This isn't just for anybody that is, gaga over the new earth idea or ideology around like building a new paradigm. That's fabulous, and I'm super glad if that pertains to you. But this is specifically a business hub, a business accelerator for those that specifically have transformational focused businesses. So coaches, healers, I mean, there's such a wide range that fall under the transformational business space. If you facilitate transformation and that's your business, you're a transformational business, right? So you could be a one-person, production where you're wearing all the hats, or you could have a team that you work with and this is your business as well. But as long as you're, passionate about the paradigm shift and have a transformational business, that would qualify you to join. So those are some of the benefits. And then the join button will take you over to joining the actual community. It is a paid membership. You can pay it monthly, quarterly, or annually. And we do or will, like very, very soon, I'm just setting up a few more pieces to get it all talking to each other on the back end, but an affiliate portion of this as well. So as you spread the word about New Earth Collab, you can actually earn reoccurring income based on those who sign up and become members through your unique affiliate link. So that's part of the larger referral system that we are creating here, because you probably, if you've paid attention to my channel for any length of time, you have probably seen me post quite a number of videos about money and the New Earth economy and creating and money in the paradigm shift. I've done quite a number of videos on money in the past, 6 to 9 months, and have stated how important it is as part of the paradigm shift and part of creating a new Earth economy to have a very diversified, healthy, wealth, economic ecosystem, right? And so that's part of it. That's what I wanted to have as part of the foundation, is to really have that affiliate piece linked to it so you can grow your business, learn how to, perhaps put referrals and affiliates into your own business model, but also earn some money while you're helping New Earth Collab grow. Because the more of us that are in there and participating and engaged in all of these ways, the richer it becomes for everybody, right? So that's a bit about the actual website. I'm going to go over to the platform. And so if you look over on this, over there, on the left-hand side, you're going to see there's 4 main categories, okay? I'll just close those up so you can see. There's 4 main categories in the New Earth Collab. Once you're inside, which is where I'm at right now, there's our foundation, business connection, business growth, and New Earth leadership. So leadership is something that I focus on within my own business. I have a leadership rising mentorship. It's just a concept that is woven through all of the videos that I create, and just, who I am, my own personal and professional growth journey. Because, in my understanding, my belief is that this is a time where we're really being asked to step into self-leadership. So we can show up to our lives personally, professionally, community-wise, just with a new kind of energetic signature, right? And so the leadership piece, to me, is an essential component of effectively running your business, right? And you want to be running your business in a new paradigm kind of way. And so there's a whole section on that, and I'm just going to go with you under each of these groups just briefly to show you what they are. And you can see right now, we'll go back to the top to the welcome piece. So there's a home page that has like all the details in it. And so the foundation is really going to, a place to there's spaces within. Can you see if they're over there? There's spaces under the group, right? So there's 4 groups, and then there's spaces, and each space is a feed unto itself. So there's multiple posts in there, which will continue to fill, right? So places to introduce yourself. So the start here tells you all about the group, what we're up to, where everyone will make their own posts to introduce themselves, about me, and this shares more of my story in terms of creating community and just my background, and it also includes like the vision forward, where we're headed. And then this is going to go into the details about becoming an affiliate. If you want to do, it's not required, but if you're going to be in a referral hub and you're going to be sharing it anyway, why not make money, right? I mean, the more money that we can bring into our world, we can then put back out and invest into, it's that reciprocity concept. What we bring in, we put back out, right? And so it just creates a different kind of dynamic, because we are the collective, right? Like sometimes when we think about economy, we can feel kind of victim-y oriented around, whatever's happening. And that narrative is shifting, and we are the ones to shift it, right? So we are the collective. We are the ones that choose to navigate how we make money, invest money, share our money, right? Like that's up to us. And that takes a leadership energetic signature to be approaching it in a new kind of way. So we got partners and sponsorships, because part of the bigger vision of New Earth Collab is to be partnering and sponsoring a number of different organizations. So do you understand, like there's this whole ground swell component with it, right? Instead of having this hierarchical top-down approach, the collective rises up and we shift the narrative. And this is part of how we do it, at least for the transformational businesses. And then this space is all about the referral hub. So it's going to, share with you more how to best refer, best collaborate, all of these different pieces that really help. Because the truth is, whether you're working with whether you're working with like a client or a colleague or potential job opportunity, like whatever it is, like it all boils down to relationship. It all boils down to how genuine and authentic we're being when we connect with other people. And I know a lot of folks, especially in my soul crew, they're messengers, and they're feeling a lot of activation around their voice. And so being able to show up in a very grounded, embodied, clear, soul level confidence kind of way as we bring our new paradigm projects forward, it's super important, right? Like this is a key piece in shifting the narrative, shifting the paradigm, building out our projects together. And so in that section, all about the referral hub, it's going to give you more context and support for developing that like referral muscle in you, so you can just have these real authentic conversations with other people, because the new paradigm really is about relationship. So then we'll move on. The business connection piece, really that part is just all about connecting, which is built from this foundation of relationships. So there's I think, let's see, like I don't know if you see all of it. Hold on. Okay, we'll go back to business connection. In the business connection space, there's a place to do trades, to set those up, collaborations, right? So trades, collaborations, co-working, monthly meetups. So we have meetups every month. We're going to have co-working every week. And just it's going to include, with all of these pieces, best practices for that, right? And because it's not just my opinion, I'm sharing this, organizational framework and structure to, as a model, right? Like as a gathering point and a model for us to choose. It's kind of like a buffet. We pick and choose what we want to have. Oh, I like that component. I want to put that in my business. And just this kind of like openness with elevating each other, right? Sharing our best practices with each other. And so it's very much built on like a crowdsource mentality in terms of sharing our resources and giving feedback, versus like, I know I've joined some business communities where online business groups where I feel like I'm just getting the person that started that community, their perspective, which is valuable, right? But I'm really interested in like conversation and other people's perspective with this umbrella focus, right? Transformational businesses that are here for the paradigm shift. Let's intentionally focus on like collaborating, connecting, referring, building our businesses in a new paradigm kind of way, creating a healthy wealth ecosystem for ourselves. Like, let's talk about that in a very tangible way and how we can support each other with that. So that's we have all sorts of ways to connect. So that's the business connection piece that went over. I'll close that. And then in business growth, there's 4 areas as well. So place to share our resources with each other. So it's kind of like a very dynamic living library, strategy and structure. I geek out on creating communities and like creating groups. I've facilitated quite a number of groups in the past couple of years. And so that's why you're seeing me all like giddy around this. That and doing my videos are like some of my joyful pieces in doing my business, in addition to the one-on-one work. So your email list and offers, like, this is so interesting to me because, again, I've been in many business communities and you're kind of like, what's okay to share? But then you get into these places in these groups where it's like you're bombarded with everybody's offer for something and there's not a real sense of connection, or you're like, oh, geez, are they going to pitch me on something like just because I'm having a conversation? That's not the vibe that I'm creating here, right? There's a specific space for you to tell us about your email list. Like, I love when people join my email list. Like, I intend to provide value every week whenever I write my email list. And so I want to know what other people are doing with their email list. And I also want to take the power out of the social media platforms that can, invert their algorithms in all sorts of ways. And so I know a lot of people in my world are like, I'm putting out content and nothing's quite moving, and right. And so I really wanted to create a space where it's like, this is where you can share about your offers, your timely events, your retreats, your workshops, your email list, all of that. So it's its own, the cool thing about the layout of this group is that each space, right? So each of these are spaces under this group. They have their own feed. So you're not losing information. You can just go over to the space that is for the area that you want to like explore and find what you're looking for. I love organization. Can you tell, did I say that 5 times already? True. Anyway, so we have a section that share your resources, strategy and structure. So sharing strategies and structures that you use to really optimize your business. Because I don't know, don't you want to peek behind the scenes of really successful businesses and be like, what are you doing? And I think that's cool. So I went over that already, your wins and challenges, because that's real. That's a real part of life, to be talking about our wins and challenges and to acknowledge that for ourselves and to share it with other people and to like, that's community. Sorry, I'm getting a little geeky over here. And then the other category that I really wanted to add to this group is the New Earth leadership piece. And I'm just going to put it back there. And then, so the New Earth leader, back to the homepage, the New Earth leadership piece is really, it's important to me. I think it's, an energy that we're really looking to cultivate within ourselves for this new paradigm. And so that actually has quite a number of spaces within it with which to interact. I know that I would say the majority of my clients, even though we're focused on their purpose work and what it is that they're creating in the world from that more professional point of view, they all have these very specific and sometimes very big visions of owning lots of land or, creating tiny houses or, like there's a larger vision that's driving them personally, where their values and their standards are, which we share. Actually, just go back here in the Start Here section, you'll see, like, house rules and guidelines, your participation shapes our future, our standards and values, how this community works, and it's legit, has a lot of, there's a good layout to it. I'm super proud of myself, being quite frank with you. Oh God. Okay, so in the New Earth leadership piece, there are 6 sections, 6 spaces to play in, right? So there's the teach, speak, lead, which will really, I think, light up those of you who are messengers. I tend to draw the healers, teachers, and messengers to me. And then we have an area for wealth diversity. So it's really talking about, like, what's helping you manifest money? What are you doing? What's your setup in your business? So we can talk about that. There's a section on regenerative living. So really developing our relationship with the land with, more respect and connection, rootedness to it. And rooted in spirit and nature, because we are more than just human. And when we begin to tap into the intuitive landscape, the energetic landscape, the spiritual landscape, the natural landscape, we are then operating within the structure of the real paradigm, right? Rather than this sort of inverted false matrix that is very quickly crumbling, that we can even see from a mainstream perspective, that it's collapsing in itself. So this is an area just to share, synchronicity experiences, pictures of you in nature, just to help us stay connected with that bigger truth, because when you're growing your business, it can be really easy to get in the weeds, to really get in there and just forget about all of these larger pieces, even forget to go outside or get up and stretch your body or, whatever. So the next space in there is creating vitality apothecary, because your health is your wealth. And if you're healthy and thriving, your business has more capacity to do the same. So this will be about us sharing our best practices to create health and vitality. And then the bottom is supporting local communities. So part of the, what you're seeing now is the initial foundation creation of New Earth Collab, but we have a much larger vision in terms of where we're headed. And you saw that a little bit, on the website, but one of the things is to create some local community branches, and also to support local community, what's happening where you are, and what can we do to, support you in creating whatever new paradigm systems and structures you want to see take place in your local community. So I think if you, since we're all about collaboration, we're all about referrals, we're all about connecting our network, we're about real authentic community, and you kind of pair those principles with this, what do they call them? B businesses? Why can't I think of the word? There's a type of way to categorize your business when you're not just it's not a nonprofit, it's not just a profit, but it's you're doing it for also social impact or social good. I cannot think of the name of what it's called. If you know, let me know in the comments below. But to B Corp is, I think that's what it is, B Corp. But basically, to start thinking about how can your transformational business also be a way to invest back into your local community. I don't have all the answers, but I want to be part of that conversation. And that really is so much the heart of New Earth Collab. I mean, I'm good at creating organization and structure, and I have a vision, and I'm pretty good at giving this whole framework. That's a lot of actually what I do when I work one-on-one with clients is, we flesh out this vision, and then we really create the kind of strategy and the structure and the framework they get to do the work and fill in all the details. But that's one of my, I'd say, like, strong points, right? And I don't claim to know all the answers. I'm not here to convince you of any particular way of being. I just am sharing my truth and want to participate in specific kinds of conversations that are going to elevate the frequency, that are going to elevate the consciousness, so we can all participate in a more conscious and active way, right? So that is a bit about New Earth Collab, my stance on it, the part 2 of it, the logistical aspect of it. And let's see, I'm going to come back here and close out this video, and thank you for watching. Go to newearthcollab.com to join today. I'm really looking forward, like, there's, people already in there right now, and I feel that the numbers are going to continue to climb. One thing I will say as a bridge point to relate back to the last video, the part 1 of this, is, I was talking about how, like, I've had this vision for a while, and I really do, from an energetic perspective, know that our visions, they're the infrastructure, they're the energy architecture for the future, right? So if visions, they're really seated in us for a reason. We're meant to bring them forward. And I want to relate that just briefly back to our individual design. And as you may know, I'm a fan of astrology, human design, and gene keys. They've been really profound for me in learning more about how I work and how that can be expressed optimally, but also from a shadow perspective. And it's just been very helpful for me along my own transformational journey. And even, I would say, back to like 10, 15 years ago, when I would go to astrology sessions, like get my chart read, every astrologer I've ever been to is always, and actually every intuitive I've always gone to, has looked at my chart and said, wherever you can invest and create around groups, like group facilitation, creating a big group, there's a group, like, it's just always been in my space. And so our designs point to our destiny, should we choose to walk that path. And so it's really, like, cool and also humbling, like in a like, I don't know, beautiful, profound humility, like, kind of way to go, I'm choosing my destiny. You know what I mean? Like, when that sits in the back and you're like, I kind of know what my purpose is, but I'm not really sort of doing it right now. It's just, I love all the work that I do. I really do. I love how it's developed over time. I love who I've become in the process of that. But this is like that next level for me, and is reminding me of all of those pieces, all of those, pieces of support and information that came in for me over the last 15, 20 years of practitioners going, like, group, there's a group thing you're here to do. There's a group thing you're here to seed. And I'm like, this is it, So did I just scream on the internet? Sorry, hopefully that wasn't too loud for you. But anyway, choosing destiny over here, choosing to create and align with my design and my destiny over here. And I hope you do too. And I hope you join New Earth Collab. Again, go to newearthcollab.com. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Would love to hear your comments below. Do like, share, subscribe, click to get notifications, all that good social media stuff, so this gets out to more people. And I will be back with another video soon. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and listening. I actually think I may put this for my podcast this week. See you.